Hi, vinyl community. It's Maria. I'm going to be showing my favorite live records in my collection. This is not a. There've been a lot of year-end videos, which I've done. I did the best cassettes of 2022. I did the best releases of 2022. This here that I'm doing is my favorite live albums in my collection. And I'm going to start with the Dead Boys, Twistin' on the Devil's Fork, live at CBGB's 1977-78. So, of course, punk band from Cleveland, Ohio. They moved to New York at the request, I guess, of Joey Ramone, and so yeah, playing at CBGB's in 77 and 78. The songs off this record, so this came out in 1997. The songs on this record are from the first two. They had already had two studio albums out at this point. It's very lo-fi, and I'm gonna show the back. So you got the members of the band. Sonic Reducer. They've got I Don't Want to Be No Catholic Boy. Just a lot of really wonderful songs. The Dead Boys are great live, really wonderful live band. And another reason I'm excited about this record is I got this at Noble Records. Dylan, who is a member of the vinyl community, I stopped by his record store in Matthews, North Carolina. If you're ever in the area of Charlotte, I take a. It's really easy to get to from I-485. You just get right off. If you're on a road trip like I was, you're like, hey, I could just swing over, get some records, and head on out. Unfortunately, it wasn't Dylan's. Dylan wasn't in the shop that day, but Ashley, his helper, was there, and I found some really good stuff. So yeah, go to Noble Records. And as a matter of fact, Dylan is the first person whose videos I saw from the vinyl community, which got me interested in doing videos, and I've been doing videos for about 2 years now. So that was really special, getting to shop at Noble Records and getting my Dead Boys. That's the most recent acquisition to my collection. So these are not in any order. They're all great. So I've got Joy Division. That'll Be the End, live at the Ajanta Cinema, Derby, UK, April 19th, 1980. If you notice by the date, within a month, Ian Curtis would have passed away, and this was the penultimate show. And Joy Division, post-punk, the wonderful pictures. Well, you can see the band and a really good picture of Ian. Anyway, 500 copies. It is a bootleg. It's on Mind Control. They're, I guess, not a bootleg label. What's the word? It's unofficial. No, that's not the word. Anyway, it's a bootleg label. So side one, as you're listening to it, you're really side one, you can tell there's probably a lot of head bobbing. Side two is when you're picturing everyone's dancing. They're doing These Days, Transmission, really great. And it was their penultimate show. Really good. I think there are 500 copies of this, if I'm correct. Yeah, and and it came out in 2020. So yeah, pretty good record. Next one, Fela Kuti, live from Calcutta Republic. So it's Fela Kuti and the Africa 70 ensemble, I guess. So they're really it's two tracks. It's a short record, and they're jamming. It's really it's jazzy. It's funky. This is the second reissue of this, and I guess it's Afrobeat and Fela Kuti. So Calcutta Republic was the communal compound where he lived. He recorded in Nigeria, which was his homeland, and So they recorded it this originally came out in 77, but I got the 2017 reissue. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, and I'm going to show the art on here is just absolutely incredible. There are so many. I might bring so you can see how many people are in. I guess it's Africa 70. I mean, because they had all sorts of horns, they had drums. So this was it was quite a recording. So we've got that. Really liked it. It's short though. It's 2 tracks. They're jamming, but it's a wonderful listen. And it's not like I tend to go towards, one type of music. And Fela Kuti, just, I guess Afrobeat is something that my collection lacks. And I really enjoy that live performance. Okay, now this one, The Damned, live in Newcastle. So this was recorded in 82, came out in 83. Now, but earlier in, I guess, 76, The Damned were the first British punk band to have a single, an album, and to tour the US. And the single was New Rose, which is on this live recording. This is the short version. And I'm going to take it out because it's hard to see in here. So yeah, this is the short version, and it's got the track listing. And I think what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so 10 songs, yeah. So New Rose is on here, and then Bad Time for Bonzo, because remember it was recorded in 82, so that's a reference, of course, to Ronald Reagan. He was in the movie Bedtime for Bonzo. So they were, it was the 80s, and they were taking cracks at Ronald Reagan, as a lot of punk bands did at the time. So so I enjoy it. So that's a great, like, I love New Rose, and of course they've got Smash It Up, part 1 and 2, Bad Time for Bonzo, Love Song, Disco Man. So it's the 70s, they've the first band to put that single out, but by the 80s, like, we're talking about different things like Ronald Reagan. And I brought this isn't part of my list, it's another live one, but I just wanted to show this because it's such a beautiful picture disc. It is MC5, Kick Out the Jams, and you've got the track listing. Beautiful. So this probably could have made my list too. I just tried to keep it short. 10 records. So the next one, okay, and this one, if I were putting this in any sort of order, this would probably be my favorite live album, Television, live at the old Waldorf in San Francisco, 1978. June 29th of 78. So it's 2 discs. This was their only headlining tour in the US. And so we've got songs from Marquee Moon. We have the tour was to promote their second album, Adventure. So we've got songs from Adventure, we've got songs from Marquee Moon, and the last song on disc 4 is I Can't Get No Satisfaction. You have the Rolling Stones cover. So if you don't know Television, I don't know if they're not new wave, but arty punk. I don't even know how to describe them, but this record, it sounds like I have a band set up. It really captures it, and the fact that they you can tell it's live because they're just extending songs and jamming a little bit more. So this is the 2003 official release from Rhino. It had been out as a bootleg prior to this. So so it really, and Little Johnny Jewel is on here, Marquee Moon, Venus, Foxhole, Ain't That Nothing. Really great live album. I highly recommend it if you enjoy live music. So the next one, I put this in here because I've never seen anyone in the VC show 9012 live. And my explanation. So I am a huge Yes fan. I don't really talk about them that much on this channel. I realize I show a lot of punk, but I do like prog. And Yes was my band for like about 2 or 3 years in the 80s, and I did discover them when 90125 came out. And so that was the first one I bought. And then when 9012 Live came out in 1985, it was recorded from their 1984 tour. Now, there are other, live Yes albums, Yes songs, and I haven't listened to this in decades. It's 3 discs. All the songs you'd want to hear, Siberian Khatru, Heart of the Sunrise. So this is great, but I'm showing the 9012 Live. I don't think this has ever been shown. So it's solos. Each member of the band, so we've got John Anderson singing Soon, which is off of my favorite of their albums, Relayer. And then the other one, so this, and then 2 songs from 9012 which had just come out. So the members of this incarnation of Yes, who are each doing, we'll show. So we've got Tony Kaye, we've got Trevor Rabin, we have John Anderson, we have Chris Squire, Alan White. So their solos, Trevor Rabin is doing Solly's Beard. Chris Squire, amazing bass player, is doing Amazing Grace. And it's all of them doing solos. It's not their best album. And I do have all of their albums up to and including Big Generator. So I just wanted to show this. Don't listen to it. I don't listen to it that much. And I really need to break out Yes songs and do a little more listening to live Yes in that form. Next one. This is something that is widely lauded as a incredible 2-disc live album. It's Kiss Alive. Came out in 1975. Came out on Casablanca Records, and I'm going to show you the label just because I love it so much. So 4 discs. Disc 3 is probably my favorite, and they have on it Black Diamond. And I'm going to admit, I had only heard Black Diamond on the Replacements' Let It Be when they covered it, and it was like the only song on Let It Be that I didn't enjoy. Well, then when I heard Kiss doing, Kiss wrote the song and they're doing it live, Black Diamond, I loved it. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Side 4 were the encores. I think they did 2 encores. So here is, of course, it was a huge stadium tour. Here's the gatefold. The notes right here, each member were writing a note, but some of them are very sexual as far as their music and how it affects the crowd. And I do want to show the Casablanca. Oh, and even though the sleeve is beat to heck, they still had the booklet, which has some really good pictures of the members, and then look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that the booklet, after all these years, is still in here, because I bought this within the past few years. Casablanca Records. Casablanca is probably one of my favorite films, and I just think that label is so wonderful. So yeah, Kiss Alive. This is probably on a lot of people's lists of best live album. Okay, the next one. Live album. We've got the Gun Club. And I know you're looking at me saying, Maria, Fire of Love is not a live album. Well, this version is 2 discs. Fire of Love, their first album, is the first disc. Second disc is Live at Club 88, March 6th of 1981. So, LA punk, post-punk, I guess, punk blues, maybe we could call it. So the 1981 debut is the first record. And then the live one was previously unreleased. So this came out in 2021, which is when I got it. And Terry Graham does the liner notes. Now let me just show the back. Those, all of these are the song titles. So when you have she's like heroin to me, there is a spoon and a syringe, but look closely. That's just so incredible. And the gatefold, you know, I love my show flyers and stuff like that. You've got that and the you know, this, and the way it's packaged, I love the pink and green. So this, you've got the green, and then the first disc is pink. I won't pull it out. But anyway, so the Live at Club 88, March 6, 1981. It really, Railroad Bill on side 2 was great. Jack on Fire, Railroad Bill, Fire of Love. So and then so a lot of the songs from the album, their debut album, Fire of Love, they're doing it live. So we've got She's Like Heroin to Me, and you know, is it Preaching? Oh wait, Preaching the Blues, Ghost on the Highway. So it's a darn good live album, and I'm so happy that I've got this double disc, the album, and then the previously unreleased live version of or live album. So next one, and I love this. I love Lou Reed. I love, like, look at how dark his lipstick is. I tried to put some lipstick on, but like not that dark for me. But this was when he was in his whole glam period, and he's doing, so this was in the 70s, so he's solo, but the songs on here, with the exception of one, are all Velvet Underground songs. There's an incredible intro to Sweet Jane. You know, you've got White Light, White Heat. You've got Rock and Roll. Now, Lady Day was Lou Reed solo, but the rest were Velvet Underground songs. And this was recorded 73, came out in 74. And I just love these pictures of Lou Reed. Do we have something? And then we've got that. So basically, and what was I going to say? So the people that he's playing with, and I might need my glasses, the two guitarists that are just so great, Dick Wagner and Steve Hunter. And so he's got Lou Reed put together a really good band for this tour, Rock and Roll Animal. Really great. And the album cover has to be one of my favorites. I just love when he was doing all that glam stuff. Really great. Only 5 songs, but it's a wonderful live. And the intro to Sweet Jane, you're into it. As soon as you put that on the turntable, you are into it. So number 10 is my Nirvana live albums. I basically, I only own 3 Nirvana records, and they're all live. And I'll start with my beloved Nirvana on MTV's Unplugged. I've talked about this many times, so I really won't go too in detail. Absolutely wonderful. They did, half the songs were covers, which was great because they didn't come out there and do Smells Like Teen Spirit. So that's one of my Nirvana live albums. This one is a bootleg. It's Nirvana. It was a December 28th, 1988. Yeah, FM broadcast live at Hollywood Underground Club, Seattle. So I was reading, so so I'm confusing it with my next live album. So this is a bootleg. It came out on Mind Control, 2021, Mind Control. And the word I've been trying to think of earlier, unlicensed. I guess you don't say bootleg, you just say unlicensed. So the unlicensed Mind Control label came out in 2021. So this came out, or this show was 6 months prior to Bleach. So the songs on this record were about to be released on Bleach, and there are only 500 copies of this. Now, I can't see in either picture who is at the drum kit. I'm pretty sure it's not Dave Grohl. It might be Chad Channing. You really can't see on this. And is there, and then there were a couple of songs. So all these songs were about to be released on Bleach, but then songs like Hairspray Queen and Spank Through, and I think Mexican Seafood were from an earlier demo, like maybe 85 or something. So it was just wonderful to to get this early show of Nirvana. And then Nirvana live at the Paramount, Halloween of 91, right after Nevermind had come out. And so basically, and so this record came out in 2019. It's 2 discs. It's the oh, it was the last show on the US tour to promote Nevermind. So I was, to confirm that, I was just, scrolling through and just to see. Well, I saw something interesting. 3 or 4 days earlier, they had played in San Diego, and on the same day, Tijuana. They just crossed into TJ and did a show in Tijuana. Two shows on the same day, 2 different countries. And anyway, so live at the Paramount, October of 91. So it's 4 discs. This is really, stuff that was going to be coming out on, or no, Nevermind had just been released. So they've got stuff from Nevermind. They have stuff from Bleach. They even have something from In Utero. I'm going to call it Waif Me. And then they also, and then Jesus Doesn't Want Me for a Sunbeam, which was a cover from, I think, the Vaselines, which they also performed in their wonderful Unplugged record or show. So this is mostly, they were touring to promote Nevermind. So it really, and let's see, and what's cool, they show a ticket so you can see who was on that same bill, and it says Mudhoney and Bikini Kill. I would have loved to have been at this show. What was I doing on October of 91? Like, I really have to go back and think. Probably not something as cool as seeing Nirvana, Mudhoney, and Bikini Kill. And what I really love about the label, do they have a poster? I don't know. Oh, I'm not going to bring that out. I love, it's the Nirvana, like, happy face or whatever face, but because it's a Halloween show, it's a jack-o'-lantern. So this is really, really, I've gotten into live music or live albums, definitely into live music, but I never realized how cool live albums were. And so this is my list. And let me remind you of something. Does everybody know what tradition in the vinyl community we have January 1st? It will be the 2nd annual VCAs, the Vinyl Community Awards. It's a pretty big, prestigious event. This will be the 2nd annual. And January 1st, New Year's Day, we're going to start off the new year with my VCAs. Not my, it's, a lot of people have voted, and I have sealed envelopes. It's all very official. And so watch, maybe I've got an award for you, and that's what I'm going to be doing on the first day of 2023, the 2nd annual VCAs. Good night, everyone.